Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Buster 210 from Kingdom 2096 and today we will be discussing about defense strategy and we will continue our defensive series. So if you are liking my videos and getting some benefit from it, then do like this video and subscribe to the channel and share with your friends so that they can also get benefited from the content. So let's start. So about a year ago, game changed the battle mechanism and they introduced counter and countered by stats. At the same time, unit counter relation was also introduced in the game. So here you can see infantries can kill cavalries and they will be easily killed by siege. So if you are getting rallied by infantry or cavalry, then you can defend by infantry. So currently I leveled up myself. If you want to see how you can increase your lord level fastly, so you can watch the video. I already put a guide on my channel about it. So if you really want to check it out, you can tap on the I button and there you can get the video. So let's continue with the topic. So if you are getting rallied by cavalry or infantry, then you can defend with infantry setup because infantry have strong restraint against cavalry and they can defend against infantry too. What should be the setup for infantry? Let's discuss that first. So for infantry, you have two options to defend with infantry. First one is King Arthur because of his good infantry skills, and second one is Selma. So let's discuss Selma first. So Selma is used as a defensive hero since long because she supports infantry and second troop because of her skill setup. So you can get basic defense, crit rate, damage by infantry. So that's why this is good for infantry. And also in the attribute section, if you can get some infantry related stats, then it works. And from King Arthur, so in the King Arthur you get infantry skills, so it gives you maximum of 10% of infantry crit rate at 1 star and maximum of 10% of damage received by infantry at 2 star, and if you make it 3 star then maximum of 10 infantry basic attack you can get from here. So the skills are for infantry troops, and in the talent points also you can see we have enough skills for infantry here. And if you are defending against cavalry or infantry, then here the point setup should be on cavalry because if because cavalry kills archer very good. So if you put cavalry against cavalry, it will be better, or you can put on siege versus siege, but siege won't be that much effective with King Arthur. So if you are using against infantry and cavalry and using Arthur, then I will suggest and I myself put on the cavalry when defending against them. And similarly the point setup for infantry. Now also on the equipments, you need to focus on attackers too. Like if he is using cavalry, then you should put counter cavalry here, and if he is using infantry, then you should put counter infantry. So more and more you can counter the incoming troops, less damage you will get and you can win the battle. Also in the armor you can get cavalry receive damage here if defending against cavalry. So that's the point setup for infantry based defense. And now let's talk about troop types. So having a layering is helpful in defense. Let it be T14s are introduced to kill lower level troops, but they are effective somehow because your lower level troops are killed, so the damage is very less. So I will suggest you, if you can make at least make 500k of T1 to T8 of infantries, and I had that much, but recently I got rallied, so those were killed. After that, the amount of T9 and T11 should be similar. So if you are having 9 million of T11, then 9 million of T9, because they both are pikemen and they work better together, and if their skills are enhanced, then it's very good way to defend via infantry. So for an ideal condition, if you want to defend double rally by infantry defense, then I will suggest you to keep 9 to 10 million of T9 and T11 in the castle. And after that T10 is suggested to be at least half of the T12 troops. So currently I have 6 million and around 3 million is needed. So that's the troop setup you need to defend via infantry. And we can't leave T13s. If you have enhanced them well, then I will suggest you to get them equivalent to half of the T9 and T11 troops. So that will be much better with at least 500k of Razor troops for both Razor and defend troops for T13. And T11 make at least of 700 to 800k of each Razor and defend of T11 troops, because armament troops kill much better in the battle. So, and for the dragon, you can put the infantry skills on the dragon, like infantry HP. Also, you can put cavalry receive damage and infantry receives damage on the dragon. So that will be helpful in the battle, because that works with countering skills. If you defend against cavalry, then you can put the cavalry receive damage on the dragon, so it will reduce the damage, and more counter and countered by stats against the incoming troops will help you to defend much better. So that's the setup for the infantry defense. And the last part is array. So in the array, try to get more and more of DDR here, defensive damage reduction, and infantry damage, crit damage reduction, then damage to enemy cavalry and damage from enemy cavalry. So these all are helpful in the battle. And pike throwing skills, that this enhances the T9, T11 and T13 infantry killing ratio, so they can kill better. So that's the infantry setup I use for defense. And I will suggest you, if you can make them at least 50, then they take lot of damage on themselves in the battle, so they are very helpful. And if you can enhance T9 and T10, then they support the T12 and T11 respectively, so they are also very good. I worked on T9 and they are doing well in the battle, in the defense. Here you need to work on two skills. First one is shield wall, make it 50, and in the shield, these two you need to make it to 50. These are important. Rest two, if you want, you can, but these two are important: shield wall and shield. And in the T9, pike is important and crit hit is important. Also sweep gives you some good also, but if you ask me two best, then pike and crit hit are very much important for pikemen. After that you can do sweep also, they also do good damage in the battle. So let's take the example of my battle report. I was rallied while I was in not fully defense mode and not even in the infantry defense mode, but you can see the attacker used cavalry as its main troop and his stats were focusing on cavalry. So against cavalry, if I was in the defensive setup with infantry, it would have killed much better, but I wasn't in that mode. I was trying to actually duel that time and I got a speed rally. But if you check the battle report, infantry is killed the most. After that, cavalry, then siege, and infantry here also. So it was like alone. So you can see my infantry defended well, even I was not focusing on it. So you can see these are not enhanced well, but against cavalry they were killing decent, 300k about, and they were like 400 in the castle. So, and in the unit counter relationship section, you would have noticed that siege kill cavalry better. So here siege killed good. So against cavalry you can defend with siege or cavalry or infantry. They are killing more than what they are getting the damage. And here T11s also killed decent amount, but actually I wasn't in the infantry mode. How good infantry works against cavalry, you need to focus on which troop counter what, and for that you can check the unit counter relationship feature here, and it will explain you everything. So you need to focus more on infantry stats like counter infantry, then counter by infantry, infantry crit rate, infantry crit damage, anti crit rate, crit damage reduction. So for pikes you need crit rate better, so you need to focus on infantry all the stats to make the defense better. And if you want to become a mighty defender, you can't defend it alone by a single hero like earlier with the Selma. Because of the counter stats, you need to make at least of two of the heroes, two of the troop types defense better, and three is suggested normally, because many times three is better, but at least if you can make two troop types better in the defense, then you can defend most of the rallies successfully without any higher damage. Check here, I got double damage, and the guy was having crazy stats with 308 percentage of offensive damage, and enhancements were maxed. That's it for the infantry defense. And do let me know in the comment section if there is any more suggestion which help me to defend well in the battle. Now I will make further videos on cavalry defense setup, archer defense setup, and siege defense setup in the coming weeks, and we will complete the defensive series soon. So the series which I left due to some break and family issues, I will complete it soon. So keep subscribed to the channel so that you can get it, because nowadays defense is harder because of the offense is very good due to siege attack. So defense is very much lacking behind. So Kim also introduced new hero for defense. I think it will be best of all till now, Athena, because of her skills acting on the defense. And I want to be explaining her here because I already made video, so you can watch it if you want to. You will get the video in the I button section. So subscribe to the channel, and if you're loving the content, then like this video and share with your friends so that they can also defend well. Thank you.